So in this video, we are going to talk about flexor retinaculum. So flexor retinaculum is present in your hand as well as in your foot. We are going to in this video, we are going to talk about flexor retinaculum present on the ventral aspect of hand. Here it is. On the ventral aspect, I mean the palmar side of your hand. The palmar side, not the dorsal, but the palmar side of your hand. So for flexor retinaculum, we are going to discuss three things. First is the introduction. In introduction, we are going to talk about the gross anatomy of flexor retinaculum. Second part is the attachments of flexor retinaculum. And the third part is the relations of flexor retinaculum. Moving forward to next slide. See. So, what is the best way to define the flexor retinaculum? Flexor retinaculum is a transverse carpal ligament. So, why it is called transverse? Cause it lies in the transverse plane. Here you can see it lies in the transverse plane. So why we use the word carpal? Because flexor retinaculum lies over the carpal bones. It is present over the carpal bones. Why we use the term ligament? Because it connects bones. Yeah, ligament is the structure which connects bones, right? And tendon is what? Tendon is the structure which connects bones and muscles. So that's why the best way to define flexor retinaculum is transverse carpal ligament. Why we use the ligament? Because it connects bones. Which bones it connects? See, on your hand, on the ventral aspect of your hand, it connects bones. It connects pisiform and hook of hamate present medially to the scaphoid tubercle and the trapezoid ridge laterally. Here you can see. Laterally, what are present? Scaphoid tubercle and trapezium ridge to the pisiform and hook of hamate present medially. Alright, see here I'll talk about that flexor retinaculum. It forms it forms roof of carpal tunnel. Right? In the diagram you can see that this flexor retinaculum it forms the roof of carpal tunnel. The ulnar side of flexor retinaculum. How do you guess the ulnar side? The जो आपकी ये small finger है, it represents the ulnar side, right? Ulnar side of flexor retinaculum forms floor of Guyon's canal. Now talking about Guyon's canal, which structures passes through this canal? The structures passing through this canal are ulnar artery and ulnar nerve. radial side or aspect of flexor retinaculum divides into two parts, the superficial layer and the deep layer. See here you can see the radial part of flexor retinaculum divides into two layers, the superficial layer and the deep layer. Between these both the layers, the tendon of flexor carpi radialis muscle is present. Alright. Now talking about the attachments of flexor retinaculum. Flexor retinaculum, distally it is attached with palmar aponeurosis and proximally it is attached with the deep fascia of the foramen. Alright. So in attachments we got 2 points that distally it is attached with palmar aponeurosis and proximally it's attached with deep fascia of forearm. Now relations of flexor retinaculum. There are inferior and superior relations of flexor retinaculum. The inferior relationships are the contents of carpal tunnel. What are the inferior relationship? They are contents of carpal tunnel. Contents of carpal tunnel. All right. So what are the contents of carpal tunnel? That we'll discuss later on. I'll make a separate video on this carpal tunnel where we'll discuss about carpal tunnel syndrome. So for now, just remember that the inferior relationships of flexor retinaculum are the contents of carpal tunnel. Talking about the superior relations of flexor retinaculum, in the superior relations, you got to remember 5 points. First point is the structures passing through Guyon's canal, that are ulnar artery and ulnar nerve. Second is the palmar cutaneous branches of the median nerve and the ulnar nerve. Palmar cutaneous branches of median and ulnar nerves. See, an interesting point to know here is that the palmar cutaneous branch of ulnar nerve and ulnar nerve itself both passes above the flexor retinaculum, whereas the palmar cutaneous branch of median nerve passes above the flexor retinaculum, whereas median nerve it passes below the flexor retinaculum. The median nerve is one of the contents of carpal tunnel. Okay. Third point in the superior relation, the third point is the tendon of palmaris longus muscle. The fourth point is the superficial palmar branch of the radial artery. See, subclavian artery. Subclavian artery. So the subclavian artery it continues as axillary artery from outer border of first rib. Outer border of first rib. The axillary artery it continues as brachial artery from the lower border of teres major. From the lower border of teres major muscle. The brachial artery, it continues as ulnar and radial artery. Ulnar artery and radial artery. From cubital fossa. In cubital fossa also where near the neck of radius, near the neck of radius bone. Now this radius artery, it forms superficial superficial palmar branch, where at the level of flexor retinaculum. So this superficial palmar branch passes above the flexor retinaculum. So till now we have talked about the four superior relations of flexor retinaculum. The last one is the origin of thenar and hypothenar muscles. What the last one is? Origin of thenar and hypothenar muscles. So we have talked about the gross anatomy of flexor retinaculum, the attachments of flexor retinaculum, and the inferior and superior relations of flexor retinaculum. Thanks for watching the video.